I have three very important updates for you. Firstly, while Tigray Defense Force is advancing towards Dessie city, protests have started in Dessie. Reportedly, today protests were held in Dessie. Protesters are criticizing Amhara regional government. Why is that protesters have taken to the streets in Dessie? We'll talk about that. Secondly, Geta Choreda a few minutes ago issued a statement on his Twitter account about Volo, Gondar and Afar regions. He is saying that people in these regions are facing the specter of starvation. Thirdly, viewers, very important update is about a joint investigation carried out by UN Human Rights Body and Ethiopian Human Rights Commission about atrocities committed in Tigray and Amhara. Tigray's government has written a letter to UN Human Rights Body. Tigray's government is rejecting this investigation. We'll talk about that. Firstly, viewers, it has been confirmed that today protests were carried out in Dessie city. Tigray Defense Force is trying to move towards Dessie city. At this critical time, people should unite against Tigray Defense Force. But why is that locals and residents of Dessie are protesting? Viewers, there are tens of thousands of internally displaced persons in Dessie. IDPs from Kobo, Robit, Voldia, Marsa, they have entered Dessie, and there is presence of tens of thousands of IDPs in Dessie. Protesters said Amhara regional government, Ethiopian regional government are not helping the people in need in Dessie. Only local businessmen are doing whatever they can to provide aid to IDPs in Dessie. Where is Ethiopian government? Where is Amhara regional government? Protesters say that humanitarian crisis is worsening in Dessie, but Ethiopian government and Amhara regional government are abandoning the people of Dessie and the people of Volo. And secondly, they say that people are not being armed by Amhara regional government in Volo region, neither in Voldia, in the vicinity of Voldia, nor in Dessie. Why is that youth is not being armed by Amhara regional government? Youth is not allowed to go to front lines. It's not being armed. They're being recruited. They're not being armed. It means that Amhara regional government does not trust the people of Volo region. Viewers, anti-government sentiment is on the rise in Dessie city. While TDF is advancing, pressure is building upon Dessie city. It seems that if Ethiopian government and regional government of Amhara did not take any measures, we could see more of such protests in Dessie, which could facilitate TDF's entry in Dessie in coming days. Secondly, viewers, Geta Choreda, Tigray president spokesperson, member of TPLF Central Committee, a short while ago issued a statement on his Twitter account. He says that in Volo, in Gondar and in Afar, communications have been cut off, electricity is cut off, and the two and the three regions, Volo, Afar and Gondar, especially Volo and Gondar, are under siege too. He says that people living in these regions are facing the specter of starvation like the people in Tigray. He says we are distributing aid, whatever we have, but now there is dire need of humanitarian assistance in Gondar and in Valo. He says we are ready to work with international humanitarian organizations to provide aid to the people who are in need. Yours humanitarian crisis is worsening. You see now that both Ethiopian government and Tigray leaders, they are confirming that humanitarian crisis is worsening in Volo too. So not only in Tigray but also in Volo and in Gondar, humanitarian situation is worsening. Tens of thousands of people are in dire need of humanitarian assistance. Lastly, viewers, Tigray's government has written a letter to UN human rights body. A few days ago, UN human rights body and Ethiopian Human Rights Commission confirmed that they had concluded an investigation into the atrocities, into human rights violations committed in Tigray and in Amhara since the 4th of November. The two bodies had said that the final report will be released on the 1st of November. Since then, we have been hearing objections and questions from TPLF allied news sources about this upcoming report. I did a video on that. I shared a statement of Nima Al-Baghir, who had raised questions about this upcoming report. Today, Tigray's government wrote a letter to UN human rights body. Tigray's government said that Ethiopian Human Rights Commission is not an independent and impartial body. It is hand in glove with Ethiopian government. This body cannot conduct any fair and impartial investigations into atrocities committed in Tigray. And Tigray's government says that it is looking forward to meet with the representatives of UN human rights body to ensure independent and impartial investigation into the atrocities committed in Tigray. It means that Tigray's government wants Ethiopian Human Rights Commission to be out of this investigation. It wants UN human rights body to conduct this investigation from the beginning. It wants only UN human rights body to conduct investigations. Now, let's see how UN human rights body responds to Tigray government's letter. It seems that now upcoming investigation report has become controversial unless and until the objections, the questions raised by Tigray's government are answered. The report, if it is issued, it will remain controversial. Let's see how UN human rights body responds to this letter written by Tigray's government. Thank you for watching.